My name is Bunmi Okunowo. I'm the National Coordinator for Office for ICT Innovation and Entrepreneurship, which is a subsidiary under National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. And as you know, NITDA is an agency under the Federal Ministry of Communications.
And you started an event called Startup Friday. How did that come about and what does it do?
Okay. Startup Friday came out of a data that we didn't even plan for. Last year we launched an online application for Nigerian startups to apply for incubation grants, and support. From October to end of December, the application was on. At the end of it, that is December 31st, January, we pulled out the data and we got 364 entries from across the country. We publicized it on Twitter and all of that, So when we looked at the data, we analyzed it, we found out the largest entry was from Lagos, and we know that's very obvious reason. Then the second largest entry, which shocked us, was Abuja. And we started, the third one was, we thought the third one would be Port Harcourt, but it was Kaduna. So we started wondering why Abuja and Kaduna? Where are the startups? Where do they go to? What do they do? What do they have? And that sparked our interest to then realize, because we're based in Abuja here as a government organization, and we started wondering, what do we need to do to galvanize these startups that don't seem to have specific homes where they go to and all of that. And that's how Startup Friday came about. And that's
what happens at the event, very briefly?
Okay, Startup Friday is a meetup. It's a meetup event, a one-day event, even less than a day event, whereby we publicize it across the social media. We invite startups who have products at various stages to apply. So they submit online. Other people also register that they intend to come and participate in the event. So during the event, I'll tell you in a nutshell what the event is about. So there is the regular people come in, they sit down, and there is a fireside chat. We usually invite a successful young entrepreneurs like Jobberman, who has come to our event, Printivo, who has also come, or Marquesen of Hotels.ng that have also come. So they come and they tell their story on what they've been through. And there's always a question and answer where the young startups and people in the audience will ask them questions. So there's also another session where the startups will have pre-selected about few number of startups. They climb the stage and they pitch. The end objective of pitching is we're looking for a way, one, where we can support them with seed funding as low as 500,000 or 1 million naira, or where we can help them to go through acceleration program and we bankroll it, or where they can stand in front of investors, because we also bring in a lot of investors. We've had about 35 investors that have come to Startup Friday. We've had Startup Friday first edition in February with 89 people attending, second edition in March, with 658 people attending. We've had another one in April, which was bigger and much deeper, and we plan to have another one this month. Now,
you also had a lady angel investor who put money into describing.
Right. Yes. During the second edition, which was in March, so 11 startups pitched at that time. The likes of Jobberman, co-founder, the co-founder of Printivo, they were panelists, plus a number of VC firms. So they went through the whole stage of listening to them, and they picked the top 5. One of them that pitched that day was a 15-year-old boy called Derek. He pitched on a kinetic motion-driven PC as an idea that he has muted and he has put down in paper. And he was basically looking for 1.5 million naira to build a prototype, because he had a link to somebody in China that can help him build a prototype and all of that. As he was pitching, before he finished pitching, a lady in the audience, asked and said, "How much are you looking for?" And he said, "I'm just looking for 1.5 million naira, ma." He said, "Okay, you've got it. Come and meet my aides, take the card, come to the office over the weekend, let's finalize the paperwork, and then we disburse the money for you." And they actually have done that. We also, because we also want to give seed funding, we have given a seed funding to one of the startups that after pitching at the event, we did a lot of due diligence to look at their numbers, the financial model and all of that, because we have a number of tools as well that we use in-house within OIE. So we found 5 of them that are very good that we can actually invest in. This one is called Art Nigeria. It's an online art commerce where Nigerian artists, they go to Nigerian artists, painters, sculptors to put their work online, and they got a number of traction. Very good one. We've given them a seed funding of 1 million naira. It's verifiable. You can talk to them, you know, because they said they needed that amount of money to buy more equipment, more digital equipment, to be able to load more startups online and get more people to do the capturing for them. There are other 4 of them that we're also sending to an accelerator this month. One, you know, what this one, we found they're very good. Is Child Hub is one of them. Wisabi is another one. We also have Wella Health as another one as well. So we're considering sending them to a hub. We've already finalized the agreement with a hub in Abuja. It's a new hub, and they've been doing a bit of acceleration here and there, but they are moving into a bigger space, and they're going to accelerate them for 3 months with the idea that they will help them to fine-tune their business model so that they will be able to scale and all of that. So that's one of the some of the objective of setting up the Startup Friday.
You've got to cascade the program across the country now.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so we've had a lot of, every event we've had trended tremendously, and we've got a lot of DMs, a lot of emails, a lot of one-on-one people coming to us and say, when are you bringing it to Lagos? When are you bringing it to Port Harcourt? When are you bringing it to Kaduna? When are you bringing it to Ogun State? When are you bringing it to other parts of the country? And that's a valid question, because yes, we're federal government, so we should be able to think of the other ones. So our model and our approach is this. We plan to go to Kaduna. We plan to go to Port Harcourt, which is south-south. We plan to go to Lagos, which is southwest. We plan to go to Enugu, which is southeast. Now, my team and I, we've been looking at the models, how to ensure sustainability, you know, and our sustainability model, various options we're coming up with is to look at finding a partner in those states, especially hubs or academic institutions that we can franchise with, give them the brand, give them the model and everything, and anytime they have the event, we bring our resources, join it with theirs, we host the event, and then it continues, because the conversation beyond Friday is the most important thing, and that's our last mile. So we're looking for those last mile partners, what I call last mile, the hubs and all of that. So for Kaduna, for instance, we've got people that are saying they can connect us to the governor, and we can work with the governor and work with the Ahmadu Bello University, which is a premier university in Kaduna. And we're already fine-tuning the process to take it there and then work with them to put it down there and let them run it, and then we come periodically to join them and others as well.
When will we see the first Startup Friday in Kaduna?
It's going to be next year, because this year is actually packed with various events across Nigeria and across the globe. There are a number of international tech events that various people will go for. So we plan to launch in Kaduna, Port Harcourt, where there is a partner in particular that has written to us. They run a hub, you know, they call it Startup South. And this partner has written to us, come and do it here. I'm on ground and I'll help you coordinate. So we're going to work with that. Lagos, of course, we have a lot of partners. We have a lot of people who are there, a lot of hubs, idea of co-creation of venue hub and all of that. You know, so, and then the other part is southeast in Enugu State, for instance. You know, we're looking for a partner in that area as well. In Edo State, there's Sabi Hub who come to our event. We would like to go and have it there and then domicile it within the Sabi Hub and all of that. So next year, from first quarter of next year is when we're going to start moving this, scaling it to some states, launch it there, franchise it there, and let them run it while we continue to provide support and continue to bring the brand and everything behind it.